Welcome to LKN Connect, People in the Know. I'm Margi Kyle, and this session is sponsored by Coco Couture, your premier destination for upscale women's fashion, nestled right here in the Lake Norman area. Today, I'm proud to introduce our person in the know, Martin Conway, president of Home Watch Caregivers. And I love your statement here. Life is better when everyone feels connected, engaged, and appreciated. We know how to make that a priority in our care. What made you start such a wonderful organization?
My younger brother passed away after a relationship, his words, with ALS on February the 20th, 2015, Margi. So that was the turning point in my life. And that was the beginning of the journey to open up this caregiving organization in the Lake Norman and Charlotte area.
That must have been very hard for everybody.
It was, and it still is in many respects.
Yeah,
His wife, his young children, my parents. I can't imagine being a parent, and that happening to them. So I think it's very hard on everybody. And it continues to be hard. We still miss him every day. But there's a choice, right? You can either move forward, or not. And I and many folks in our family chose to move forward and try and honor his legacy, which was love, connection, isolation, happiness, and just being very grateful and embracing each day that we have.
well, as I age, which I am, I I have been losing at least one friend a month. And the caregiving industry is so huge right now because I know for one, I don't want to go into assisted living. I want to live here as long as I can. But there'll come a day where I need somebody I can rely on to check in, make sure I'm okay. You're 24/7, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. And everybody's licensed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are some of your services that make you a little different?
Well, we have four main values, Margie, and I'll get to those in a minute. First of all, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that you're losing a person a month. I mean, life is absolutely precious. So I am sorry that you and your friends are dealing with that degree of
Yeah.
loss at this point in time. The four main values that we talk about at Home Watch. Number one is responsiveness. That separates us. We will answer the phones 24 hours a day. My mum, Pauline, she tends to work on the phones and she takes them after hours. And it is not uncommon for Pauline to get a phone call at 4 in the morning from somebody
That's right.
asking for help or changing the schedule for the following day. So number one for us is responsiveness. We will pick up the phone, and the reason being is that when people call us, it's very rarely are they shopping. They need something and they need it yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's how my brother was. He wasn't planning a year, two, three ahead. So we respond, we pick up the phone, we call people back right away. Number two would be respect. Every single person deserves respect, and it's respect with an uppercase R, not lowercase r. Not really too concerned with your politics, your background, what country you're from, what team you like. Every single person deserves respect, and we will come from a place of respect because burying a younger brother, some of the stuff that I concerned myself with prior to his passing, I look back now and I think, oh, Martin, what were you wasting your time on these minute details of life that did not matter whatsoever? So we all now, we respect every single person and we talk about it on a regular basis. And then recognition, your needs are going to be different, Margie. You've said that you want to stay at home as long as possible. There may be a time where you have to go into some community, and we honor that and respect the individual choice of each person. I would love to be able to stay at home for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Chances are I'm going to need to go into some sort of community for seniors at some point in time. And we realize here that the folks that we care for that are under our care, it's temporary. We are serving them at this season in their life, and we're fortunate in this area to have many great local partners that we can refer them to when they need a more structured community or more round the clock care, or the level of care they need surpasses or exceeds what we can provide in their home, then we will refer them out. So
Yeah.
respect, respond, respect, recognize, and then ultimately it's about results. We want to keep people happy, healthy, and engaged at home for as long as possible, or as long as they and their families want them to be there. So those are the four main values that we talk about and we honor on a regular basis. We do lots of hands-on care. We can help people with bathing, toileting, dressing, medication reminders, errands. There's many great organizations locally that do that, but those are the main services that we provide. We can also do some virtual care. We now put cameras in home so we can do virtual visits with our
Okay,
nursing
that's
staff.
great.
With our nursing staff, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's picking up some traction. The senior community is not fully
we're not technically savvy.
they've not fully embraced that opportunity just yet, but the direction of travel is that virtual care needs to be an option. Whether it's for the family, we have one client, they elderly lady lives in South Charlotte, a wonderful lady, and we do some virtual care for her. Her son can connect with her when the
That's right.
caregiver is there.
Yeah,
He can put eyes on his mum at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon from Raleigh. You taking your medications, mum? How's the caregiver? Did you play bunco today? Gun smoke's on in an hour. He can put eyes on mum, and that's wonderful. So that's beginning to pick up traction, and that's something that does separate us. And then the last thing would be our team, not just our internal team. Our director of nursing has been doing this for a number of years and is vastly experienced, but also our caregiving team. We're fortunate with so many great local community colleges. Many of our caregivers, CNAs especially, come from the local community colleges. So we've got a nice funnel there. So those would be the main themes from our perspective, from a value perspective. But ultimately, Margie, ultimately, at the end of the day, I miss my brother.
yeah,
I miss my brother, and I
yeah.
cannot bring him back. So every time somebody says to me or somebody says to someone on our team, "Hey, thank you, team. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Homewatch," that's a little nod to my brother that I'm honoring him and his memory is alive. And that memory is be present, be loving, be kind. Try not to get lost in the minutia.
What's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can contact us directly on our 704-503-4660. They can look us up online, homewatchcaregivers.com. We have two offices locally, one in Charlotte and then one up here in Mooresville. And they can also search for us online.
So you're very easily accessible and you're there to help.
We are. We're very accessible. You can find us online. And yeah, we're very grateful for all the support that we have. And our name and reputation continues to grow. We're getting some great reviews coming in. And most of the folks that we serve are in the kind of North Charlotte, Cornelius, Mooresville, Huntersville, Davidson kind of
Yeah.
you kind of throw a heat map over Metro Charlotte, 80% or so of the clients that we serve are in that area.
Well, thank you for all you do. I'm so grateful you're out there because when I need it, I know I'm going to pick up the phone and you will be the first I call.
Well, thank you. We're honored, and we hope whenever that time comes that
Yeah.
we deliver the same results to you that we have to others. And thank you for what you do for everyone in
Oh,
this community.
I want to thank my sponsor again, Candace Bongiovanni, owner of Coco Couture, and also Carolina Classic Cars. If you have something that's unique and the world needs to know about it, you need to call me or email me at designingdr@gmail.com. Thank you so much for what you do for so many. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Margie. Take care, man.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye bye.